Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today we will be painting a spooky tree, and all the supplies and materials I will be using for this illustration are listed in the description box, so if you want to check something out you can find it there. I'm starting off my sketch and I'm just doing a pencil sketch directly onto my watercolor paper. If it makes it easier for you, you can just sketch it on any printing paper and then trace it onto your watercolor paper. But I prefer it this way because I'm not really using any expensive watercolor paper, so this is quite cheap, and I'm gonna do my sketch directly onto the paper. I first drew the tree and you can see how thick it is in the lower part where the roots are, and very thin at the top. It just makes it look a little bit more creepy, a little bit more spooky. And then on its branches I drew some bat, which is hat, I believe this is a ghost, and a couple of spiders hanging from them on wires. And when I was just happy with my sketch, I did do just a basic sketch. I went straight into the inking, and for the inking I am using this 01 Micron pen from Pigma. And you can see again that my lines are not straight, clean. You know how the skin for the tree is a bit rough and uneven, so that is how you can also achieve that unevenness, just doing the sketchy lines, broken lines. You don't have to even draw the entire branch, just some parts of them visible, so I guess it will make it even more spooky or creepy. So just going on top, this is I believe 03, a little bit thicker ink pen. I'm going on top of my previous ink work, adding a little bit more of the details, some shading, and making some lines a little bit thicker, again making that skin even more broken, and just adding some details with the ink pen. Also, I've added a couple of branches that weren't on my initial sketch, and there you can see they're all going downwards to the ground. I believe it makes it look a little bit more spooky. And when I was happy how it all looked, I decided to add a bit of the watercolors. First I'm starting with, I believe this is coffee brown, just going on top of my branches and tree trunk, adding some splatters with the same coffee brown, and then on top adding a little bit of the black. And since my coffee brown is still wet, those two paints are mixing on my paper and just create some bleeds and nicer transitions. It's not one even color. A bit more of the black here and there, and again some splatters. For the ghost I decided to paint it violet, and then on top added some black, but I did also wet the lines around my ghost because I wanted to paint the bleed outside, and I thought it will make it a little bit looser and more relaxed. For the head also used violet, warm red, and some black. Now with this Lebanson paintbrush I'm adding a few more details with black and this brown from a winter set, just here and there, and the paint is still wet, so all of those colors are mixing on my paper. Adding a little bit of that brown also to my ghost, some black, and just keep in mind that watercolors do dry lighter, so everything will dry lighter. When it was dry, I wanted to add a little bit more of the ink because a lot of it was covered with my watercolors, so I've added a little bit more of the details with the ink, and also added a couple of more branches with the ink, and some splatters with violet, some splatters with black. And also picked up a little bit more water to create somewhat like a puddles. And when I was looking at it, I just did wanted to add a little bit wiggly line on top of my wires, so I've just added that. And with that, I'm finished with this illustration and this video. So this is, well, I guess next to the last one. Tomorrow is the last day of the Inktober. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed my ideas and enjoyed these illustrations, these tutorials. Maybe you painted even something yourself. That would be awesome if you would share. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching, for all your support. And if you haven't still subscribed to my channel, there are many tutorials there, so do that. Subscribe and check out my channel. And again, thank you so much for watching. Did I say that already? And I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!